Ross Walker has been one of those champions of the bush for years and years and years, as has the organisation he represents, the Beecroft Cheltenham Civic Trust, which has worked for over 50 years to put the voices and opinions and feelings of residents for centre and foremost in politicians' minds. Ross is going to tell us a little bit about the parcel of land that we're talking about and some of the history associated with it.
Thank you, Emma, for that. Very hard to come in after Michael and his very passionate speech. Anyway, look, I'm Ross Walker from the Beecroft Cheltenham Civic Trust. I've been on the Trust Committee for over 20 years, probably too long, but I have seen a lot of development in this suburb, Beecroft and Cheltenham, and I've been actively involved with Council in trying to preserve this suburb. I'll just briefly give you an outline of what this development is about. It went to Land Environment Court, as you well know. It goes right back to the 1990s, this bushland through here, when there was a commission inquiry about the, I think it was a 22-lot subdivision going up this valley. That was stopped. As a subsequence of that, the northern side of the valley was rezoned as open space, where the transmission line goes through. So you see the creek line up here? The right-hand side, as you look at it, was rezoned as open space, basically. Just roughly follows the creek. The left-hand side, where the bushland is, as well, was left as residential. And of course, okay, a bit closer. How's that? I'm getting the echo behind me. But this land here was zoned residential, and we fought hard to try and get the church funds from Cheltenham when council sold the church to go towards the acquisition of some of this land or all of this land. We tried very hard, and the community pushed and pushed council, and because initially this subdivision was going to be approved by council, but we challenged a lot of the consultants' reports. We said they're biased, they didn't address the issues, and we forced council to engage further consultants, and those consultants justified our objection that this land was worthy of protection. But unfortunately, we were unable to stop the development. It did go to Land Environment Court, and the Land Environment Court, basically, it was just a matter of negotiating what conditions would apply to the subdivision. The development includes roughly 2 hectares of land, including the cul-de-sac you're standing on. This is private property you're standing on. It's part of that bushland, the same land, plus land going up the valley, up towards Blackbutt Avenue, up towards Pennant Hills, under the transmission line. What council did achieve, and I commend them on this, they increased the open space by roughly 20%. I can stand to be corrected on that, but they managed to get from 8, wasn't it, to 10.
Yeah, I think it was 8.
Okay, a bit over 4,000, increased it to 10. That's what Councillor Brown said.
No.
So there was a right-of-way going through here. So the open space, instead of stopping at the creek line where the walking track is, would increase up to the right-of-way. The right-of-way is roughly where this track goes through here. So council did a fantastic job of negotiating that extra open space with the support of the community, of course, and we pushed the biodiversity, we pushed the issue of wildlife corridors, we pushed the issues of public access to Biles Creek. Biles Creek named after Mari Biles. You've probably heard of Mari Biles, first woman solicitor in New South Wales, who lived down at Ahimsa Day Road, Cheltenham, for many years. Anyway, we got a good result. And with those strict conditions that the Land Environment Court imposed on the developer, we want those conditions abided by, and that's why we're here today, to make sure that council does carry out what they're supposed to do. Because we've had a few problems in the past with development and they haven't followed up conditions. So I thought, well, we'll keep pushing council, and that's what you're here today. to make sure that the developer does adhere to those conditions that have been imposed upon him, so that what bushland we do get preserved, or that bushland that remains, will be fully protected. I think that's what all I want to say, and I'll hand it over to the next speaker. Thank you, Emma.